to my weekly blog for this week, and as you can see, the Epiphany has dawned and the decorations have come down and it's all looking a little bit sparse and bare, although I suppose that's what makes it so nice at Christmas, at least with all the lights and stuff on the stairs. But that's it, the New Year and Christmas, that's over and done with, and this now we are in 2013 and it's time to get cracking again, back to normality. This year is an important milestone for me because it will mark the decade since my Annus Horribilis, which was in 2003, and at various points in this year I shall explain what I was doing 10 years ago and how my life has so improved since then, because it has. You know, I'm a world away from where I was back then, and I do think that should be celebrated, really. This week has been about two things. The first thing was getting seeds from my parents. My mother has been growing a vegetable garden for a number of years, so she has seeds, and I have started now to get some of the seeds that I want to grow in my vegetable patch from her, because of course we have to start growing these from seed in February, so they need to be planted inside, obviously, as little seedlings at the end of this month. So I've got to get cracking with that. I've got half of what I need at the moment. It's also been marked by looking for the autumnal holiday, and that's not going so well at the moment, because what I did was I scoured the places in town for for all the brochures, and a lot of them aren't even doing package tours. Package tours don't seem to be as popular now as they were, you know, 5 or 6 years ago. The ones I've got, and the ones that I desperately want to go on, are to places that are a long way away and cost a lot of money. We can save up for them. It's actually within our means to do it within about a year and a half. But I don't think I want to do that just yet. I want to spend some money this year on windows and stuff, and therefore have less for the holiday, but still go on holiday, and I want to go abroad. So next week I'm going to start looking online, I think, for package tours. That looks like it's going to be the best bet. So that will be ongoing. Right, let's get some information then, shall we? I have Lyle Beerbon down to fight on Saturday. That seems to be the only mixed martial arts event in the whole world going on in the next sort of 2 weeks, so I hope he does well in that. I've got a prayer request from Donna Marie. You might know her if you're on the forum, and her father, I think, has been very unwell, and there's information about that and more details about that on her Facebook, so if you go there you'll be able to sort of join in that. Birthdays, we've got Matt Brown, Terry Eaton, Peter Sabotta, Lee Remedios and Claire Toft this week, so I hope they all have great birthdays and eat lots of cake. The only other thing to say is that there's been a little bit of a, well, it depends how you look at it, I suppose. Martin and Beryl, as you may know, have been incubating eggs, and we were expecting babies at the new year, and they were a little late. One did hatch, but it appears that they're new parents, and they weren't really quite sure how to feed it, and it didn't last more than about a day and a half. The other eggs haven't hatched, and I think they're beginning to wane now on incubating them. I'm going to leave them in there obviously for another week or so before I remove them, and then once that happens they'll probably start all over again. They were first time parents, and they were doing it over winter, which was silly anyway with the cold, and so it didn't bode well for them anyway. But it was born. We did have a birth in the Pulver House of Birds, the first birth, and it did live for about a day and a half. So you know, we can't do much worse, can we, than what we've done with breeding the finches this past year. So all going well. I think that will be the end of that clutch, but probably not the end of baby finches in the House of Birds. I think that's still going to happen eventually. And that is my blog for this week.